Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Ringside exclusive WWE Elite Collection Faces of Foley Mankind figure from Mattel. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks utterly fantastic, and I will admit this is my favorite of the Faces of Foley. So yeah, I was very happy that they released this, and they did a great job. I mean, there's a lot of brown plastic here as the gear is kind of very simple, and I think they kind of nailed the tones here. So that's very good. I really like the way the tunic part looks, pardon me. You know, kind of hangs just right. The paint is really nice, especially here around the collar. Like there's no paint slop. We get really nice details with the rivets, everything very cleanly painted. Same with the back. So that's awesome. And then actually, I guess speaking of the gear, the mask here, we even get the laces on the back painted in, and then the rivets all the way around and on the face itself. And speaking of that face, details are absolutely just wonderful. Like that is, I don't know what they use as a reference here, but they definitely nailed it. I mean, you've definitely seen that look on Foley as Mankind. It's just great. Like that they included the kind of like, you know, bald spot of hair from him pulling it out. More on that in the next section. Also notice that. We'll get into that in the next section. But really, really cool. We even get the rivets on the little like wrist, the bracelets here, and the boots as well. So just good details where they need to be. They didn't use paint where they didn't need to. And yeah, it's a very efficiently done figure. Also, we get the kind of scar here on the left arm. So really good details all around. It just like, it looks spot on. When it comes to accessories, everything is very straightforward here, more like a kind of basic elite. So starting with hands, we do get a left kind of semi-splayed out hands with the almost mandible claw gesture, but then we get the full-on mandible claw here for the right hand. So very nice there. Then we get our requisite set of C-grips, and of course the right hand does have the paint for that glove. So very nice details. Finally, we do get a piece of a lock of hair. And at first I was like, oh, where's that gonna go? And there is this little trench on the side of the left side of the head. And this does just kind of sit in there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it on camera here, but yeah, it's probably not gonna work because I'm like looking through my camera. But it just kind of sits in there in that channel and, you know, kind of hangs out. So very interesting detail. And that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are nice, pretty much our standard elite collection, elite collection fare. Freestanding kicks. So this did take a little bit to get into, but so you know how it is with elite collections. Sometimes the ankles are a little bit looser, but we did get it to work. And so for our head, we are on our dumbbell joint, and we actually get some up. And the hair, because of the way that that's sculpted, actually kind of helps keep it there. We get a little bit of down, get a tiny bit of tilt. Of course, we get rotation. We get hinge and swivel here at the shoulders, which brings us up to a T. We do get bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows bring us to there. We do get hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. There's an ab crunch under this tunic piece. And we do get a little bit. It actually does kind of come forward a little bit. There's our neutral. We get a little bit of arch back too, so kind of cool if this does not hinder. I was kind of hoping that the Ultimate Edition of Mankind coming out was actually going to be this look, not the kind of corporate Mankind, so we could get a, you know, a soft goods tunic, but is what it is. We do get rotation at the waist as we normally do, with the hips coming out, almost full splits, beautiful. Front kick, almost perfect 90. We do get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, bring us to there. We do get boot swivel. Then we get perfect point, some very, very nice forward, and some rocker in and out ever so slightly. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other WWE figures, with some other wrestling lines, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with our articulated icons Oni and yours truly in human form, is a Veliverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Faces of Foley Mankind figure from Mattel is that this is a really great figure. I mean, honestly, I've been waiting for an elite version of Mankind with a modern articulation, and this absolutely delivers. The aesthetics are 100% on point. The articulation is definitely super fun, and the accessories, I do wish that they at least had included a second head, because with this one looking to the right, which I know is an expression he did a lot, but it would have been nice to have a face looking forward. So I'm kind of excited to get the Ultimate Edition that's coming out later in this year, and kind of have those head swap options, because naturally those will work with this. So yeah, but beyond that, I definitely recommend this. Certainly if you're a fan of Foley, specifically of his Mankind character, it's a great figure. And this is still available on Ringside Collectibles. Again, this is a Ringside exclusive, so I'll have that link in the description below for you to pick this up if you are so interested. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, hope to see you back here, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back, let's talk about some really nice plastic, just escape the world for a while. But at the end of the day, I just hope you're well, hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.